Welcome to another brand new video. In this quick introduction to Google Chrome, I'll cover what it is, how it's made, how it works, how to set it up and install it, some basic features, common uses, troubleshooting tips, and some alternatives. So let's get started. First off, what is Google Chrome? Well, it's a free web browser that lets you browse the internet. More specifically, it's a cross-platform web browser developed by Google. It was first released in 2008 and has since become one of the most popular browsers out there. Why is it so popular? Okay, well, it's fast, secure, and easy to use. Quest, it supports extensions, sync across devices, and the latest web technologies. It's available on Windows, Mac OS, Linux, Android, and iOS. Now, if you want more details about what Chrome is, you can check out my other video on the differences between Chrome and Chromium. Next up, let's talk about how Chrome is made. Now, developing a web browser is a huge task involving lots of people, time, and money. Chrome is primarily written in C++, but it also uses other languages like JavaScript, Python, and Go. To be more specific, about 90% of the code is in C++, which is a high-performance language used for system-level programming. Then we have JavaScript, which is used for the browser's UI and extensions. Python is used for some server-side stuff, and Go is used for things like the browser's networking stack. Now, Chrome isn't built from scratch. Instead, it's based on Chromium, an open-source web browser project that anyone can contribute to. Google took that base and added lots of cool features like their proprietary renderer and extensions. Speaking of which, let's take a closer look at some key technologies used in Chrome. Blink. This is Chrome's rendering engine, which basically takes HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code and turns it into what you see on your screen. It's responsible for displaying web pages and making sure everything looks right and works properly. V8. This is Chrome's JavaScript engine. It's what allows Chrome to run JavaScript code, which is a scripting language used for lots of stuff on web pages like animations and interactive elements. Sandboxing. This is a security feature that isolates each Chrome process in its own memory space. So, if one website crashes or has malicious code, it can't affect other processes. Multi-process architecture. Chrome runs different parts of the browser in separate processes. For example, each tab is its own process. Okay? This makes the browser more stable because if one tab crashes, it doesn't take down the whole thing. Okay? So now that we know how Chrome is made, let's figure out how it works. One of the things Chrome is known for is its speed. How does it load web pages so quickly? Well, it does a few things. First, it uses something called pre-rendering, where it loads some pages in the background before you even click on them. Then, it also uses caching, which stores copies of web pages and other stuff like images, so they load faster the next time you visit the site. Another important thing about Chrome is that it isolates each tab in its own process. This way, if one tab crashes or hangs, it doesn't affect the other tabs or the browser itself. It also uses something called just-in-time compilation, which basically makes JavaScript run faster. And don't forget about extensions. These are little programs that add extra features to Chrome. They're like plugins or add-ons. You can get them from the Chrome Web Store, and they can do all sorts of things, like block ads or help you save money when you shop online. Now, if you log into Chrome with your Google account, you can use Chrome Sync to make sure your bookmarks, history, and settings are the same across all your devices. And finally, Chrome has a bunch of security features to keep you safe online. Some of these include safe browsing. It's warned you when you try to visit a dangerous website, automatic updates to patch security holes, and sandboxing, which we already talked about. Alright, now that we know how Chrome works, let's take a look at how to set it up and install it. It's pretty easy to install Chrome. Here's how to do it on Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. First, go to the download page on Google Chrome's website. From there, click on the blue button that says Download Chrome and save the file. Then find the file in your Downloads folder and double-click on it. Follow the instructions on the screen, and in a few minutes, Chrome should be installed on your computer. Now you can launch it from your desktop or Start menu and go ahead and start browsing the web. If you want to sign in, you can do that too, but it's not required, okay? If you do sign in, though, you can use Chrome Sync to make sure your bookmarks, history, and other stuff are the same across all your devices. Installing Chrome on Android and iOS is even easier. Just head over to the Google Play Store or Apple App Store, type in Google Chrome, and hit Install. Now that you have Chrome installed, let's walk through some basic features. Omnibox. This is the search box at the top of the window. It combines the search bar and address bar into one, so you can search the web or type in a URL. Incognito mode. When you turn on incognito mode, you're basically creating a private window where Chrome doesn't save your history, cookies, or other stuff. It's like being in a different browser. This way, you can log into your accounts without worrying about someone else using your browser history. Extensions. As we mentioned earlier, extensions add extra features to Chrome. You can see them in the toolbar. So clicking on the extensions icon shows you all your installed extensions. So popular ones are AdBlock, Grammarly, and LastPass. It's Chrome Sync. We already talked about this, but you can access your sync stuff by clicking on the profile icon and going to sync settings. There are lots of other features in Chrome, but we'll save those for another video. So what do people use Chrome for? Well, most people use it for web browsing, like visiting websites, watching videos, and reading PDFs. But Chrome can do more than that. Lots of people use it to run web apps, like Google Docs or Zoom. It's also popular among developers who use its debugging tools, like DevTools. And finally, people use Chrome to cast stuff to their Chromecast devices. Okay? Now that you know how to use Chrome, let's talk about some common issues people have with it and how to fix them. Chrome crashes. If Chrome crashes a lot, try updating it or disabling any extensions you recently installed. Slow performance. If Chrome is running slow, try clearing your cache or closing any unused tabs. Also, if you're using a VPN, try turning it off. A site not loading. If a website isn't loading, double check your internet connection or disable your VPN. High RAM usage. If Chrome is using up a lot of memory, try using an extension like the Great Suspender. Okay, so now that you've mastered Chrome, you might be wondering what other options are out there. Well, here are a few alternatives. Microsoft Edge. It's based on Chromium like Chrome and has some similar features. It's Mozilla Firefox. It's a popular alternative that focuses on privacy. Brave. It's another Chromium-based browser that comes with an ad blocker. Safari. It's the default browser on iPhones and iPads. Now, I've made videos on most of these browsers, but if you want me to do one on Safari, let me know in the comments. And that's it. Thanks for watching this quick introduction to Google Chrome. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. And as always, have a great day.